I'm disappointed that we had a draw against Hearts of Oak. I think that we created more chances than they did. I think that we could have won the game much easily than we did. I think that we made the game a bit more difficult for us instead of Hearts of Oak making it difficult for us. Right from the first half, we realized that Hearts came into the game with only one game plan. Play route one, find the striker. They had two attacking midfielders right in front of the striker, so they were trying to win the first ball and the second ball, something that they did great in the first half. We realized it in the second half, we cut it, and then that was it. But now we're winning the first balls, we're also winning some second balls, and then now we're trying to get into our phase 3 and then their phase 4 as well. So for me, as much as we played against Hearts and we got 1 point, I'm disappointed because we could have actually gotten the 3 points.
Okay, coach. Like you said, they came in with just one game, but by the first 45 minutes, or let's say first 30 minutes, they really did a little better.
Yeah.
Then you came back in the last 10 minutes to the end of the first 45.
Right.
You came into the second half and you took control. What was the tactical change? Ability?
Pretty much like I said. In the first half, they were playing the long balls. They had the height, so they were winning the first ball, the second ball. Something that we were actually struggling with. Our two centre backs, they were doing what they could, but the striker was stronger. He had a better height, he had a better jump. So he was winning the ball and then giving it to attacking midfielders, and then they were going wide, trying to cross the balls and all that. So we saw it, but it was very difficult to actually counter it at the time. So now we're trying to move our midfielders closer to the attacking midfielders, just so if he wins the first ball, we could win the second ball. But by the time, it was almost getting to the end of the first half. So when we went in, we took the board, we showed them exactly what was happening. I told my two DMs to get on those two attacking midfielders. Even if they win the first ball, we're supposed to win the second ball. And immediately we won the second ball, we found Meshach. And every time we found Meshach, they were found wanting. One of those was when Meshach held the ball and then scored. Meshach mostly is used to giving assists, that right from when he was a kid, from when he was like 10 years old. He likes to give assists more than he scored, but in the last 2 weeks, he's been practicing this. Actually, yesterday at match prep, he scored the same goal, a similar one like that. So we knew that immediately he gets into those areas without pressure, he was going to score. So we told him to find spaces, and when he gets the ball, he should do it, and then he did it. If they had given him more chance, probably he could have even scored a hat-trick. So we realized it in the first half, but it was much more difficult. But in the second half, we told the boys exactly what they were doing, how we could counter it. They did it great, and in the second half, we took over.
Okay, finding spaces. Would you say you didn't capitalize on Amofle's weakness?
Yes, most definitely. Now, before we went into the game, I told them that guy, he's very comfortable and sometimes a little bit overconfident. So all you need to do, press him when he has the ball. If you press him and you get the ball, everything else is shut at him. Is it Esibe? Esibe, right? Esibe is another one, very good player, but he's very comfortable with the ball. And mostly defenders that are very comfortable, hardly do they want to play long balls unless you give them space and time. But if you press him, he wants to dribble, he wants to do a short pass. So press him, win the ball. Meshach is always behind you, give it to him, he can pin the ball through, and then probably we'll be able to score. We tried it, we got a couple of chances, we just couldn't take it, but I think that overall, I'm very, very proud of my boys today.
You realized you were playing the double pivots.
Right.
Especially with Kusi Asante.
Yep.
After removing from the team, it
Yeah.
affected your philosophy. Do you think removing Kusi Asante affected your style of play? And two, your general assessment of our local league, do you think we lack a typical goal watcher in our league?
Okay, so first and foremost, I don't think that we lost the flow when we took Kusi Asante out. Haas was only doing route one. If you keep two DMs, it doesn't make any sense. So we had to take one DM out and bring somebody who could go forward, who could go and assist Meshach friend right behind the strikers. So we needed another player that can join Meshach so that we could get two in the half spaces. Yeah. So immediately we took Kusi Asante out. As much as Hearts got the ball into those areas, it didn't hurt us in any way. Because all that now we're dealing with the long balls. It's either we're winning the first ball or we're winning the second ball. Once we got that, we needed somebody to play alongside Soa. And then it happened perfectly. Che came in, he went into one half space. Soa took the other half space, and it was working. So immediately they win it, people will go, they will do the route one. We win it, we come back in, we put the ball on the ground, we play. One time we decided to either overload one side, bring them, probably switch the ball. But mostly when we switched the ball, the person that was switching the ball wasn't getting the technique right. If we had it, then probably we could have used the other side. So I don't think that it really disturbed the flow of the game. Secondly, yes, it is true. I think that here in Ghana, we lack typical strikers who have potential and have that composure, technical ability to score goals. I think that we lack it. I think that if we pay attention to our grassroots football a little bit, because here in Ghana, those who coach in the grassroots, they are not being paid. It's like doing a national service. So you do your license, you come in, and license is expensive. So you pay this license, you come in. Everybody wants to come into the Premier League or go to the Division 1. So you have good coaches in the Premier League and in the Division 1, but we don't have good coaches in this. No disrespect to the coaches in the coasting, but I think that if we're able to get some license Bs and license As to go into the grassroots, then we can develop these boys, teach them the technique. Don't put pressure on them in terms of scoring goals or winning the game, but set targets. If you're able to achieve the targets, these are the same players that are going to grow and come into our Premier League, and then of course we'll be able to achieve this. But we need to put more emphasis on the lower divisions, like the coast, the third division, the second division. If we're able to do that and then develop them from there, then of course we'll be able to get goal poachers into our Premier League.
Yeah, coach. I've been listening to you for some time now, especially on this match and pre-match conference. I think you are very good when it comes to analyzing the game out of the pitch or maybe in the press room. Will you say that you are lacking the qualities or there's a motivation? You are lacking motivation somewhere. Because looking at your position on the league table and your analytical view of our league, personally, I don't think that should be your position.
Good. Okay, so I said this before. I think I said it to him the last time that he was here. Now, if you're given oranges, you cannot produce apple juice. Yes or no? So we have players, but we lack quality, and that's the truth. We lack quality. We lack quality throughout the phases of the game. I think that this is my first season in the Premier League. I think I'm doing exactly what I need to do, and my players will tell you that I'm correcting a lot of things that they've been taught wrongly, probably right from when they were young. And some of them are a bit experienced in terms of the game. So if you play the wrong things for a very long time, it's very difficult to change. So probably now we are focused on sustaining the position in the league. Once we do that, myself and management can have a meeting, we can bring in a certain type of quality into vision that will push whatever agenda that we have forward. But you are right, we lack certain quality. Now, at the end of the first round, we realized that we lacked a correct number 10. Reason why we brought Meshak in. Meshak plays directly from second division. He came into the Premier League, right? So he just entered into the second round, and this is Meshak. 3 Man of the Match award, you can't take anything away from him. So if we're able to get quality wingers, quality number 10s like him, quality poachers, goal poachers, quality defenders, quality fullbacks that can run up and down the league and give us better crosses and stuff like that, then definitely we'll be able to lift. But of course, it's very difficult at the moment because we are now trying to correct and then now go back into the game and play. So you realize that since I came, vision has actually improved in terms of their gameplay. When we're going forward, in terms of organization, whether it's a 3-2-5 or a 2-3-5 or a 2-2-4, you realize that it's a little bit different from the way other teams play.